What's going on? I'm going to show you just a quick understanding of how Elite Loans actually takes care of our clients and what that looks like, and what our process looks like to help mortgage people double their production using AI guaranteed. Okay. First of all, most people think it looks like this: you get the lead, set the appointment, close the deal. Um, just disclaimer: I wish it was this way. I mean, I think everybody would be rich, but that's why a lot of people's marketing sucks. Is because they think this way. Now, what it actually looks like, at least for us, it looks like this. Okay, so just to kind of give you an overall overview of this and what before we even jump into this mumbo jumbo over here, what most agencies will give you is a brick. Okay, the brick it's gaps in service. It's inconsistent and there's fragmentation. Okay, um, when you have a problem in your business and you go look for an agency or someone to help you solve the problem, what do you look for? You're usually looking for someone to solve the specific problem. But if you've never scaled a business before and you've never ever scaled past where you currently are, you will find that there will be one problem after another, after another, after another, after another. And so you really want to find someone that can help you bridge the goals, build the gap. Bridge the gap, right? So the reason that this has its own issues is because when agencies are only solving one problem, um, then you're going to have to find multiple agencies to solve different types of problems. Either that's your setting, that's your lead gen, that's your appointment setting, that's your chatbot, whatever it is that you think is the best decision for your business, right? Which leads that you need to have multiple service providers, which just leads to inefficiencies in terms of your communication. Okay. Another thing is gaps in service. It's an important aspect of every business that it's an important aspect because business, if you have gaps in your service, there will be some things that work really great and some things that don't, right? If you don't have help or support between all aspects of your business, then your business is it's inefficient, it's uncertain, and it should not be something neglected, right? But only agencies can only help you so far, and you're just gonna have yourself help yourself to the rest, right? The last thing is obviously inconsistencies. Quality and strategy may vary between different agencies that you choose to bring on, which obviously leads to an inconsistent outcomes. Okay. And so this is important because if we're going to be someone that's going to build that bridge, instead of giving you a brick, we give you the bridge and we help manage, build, and implement these systems. We build the bridge for you to get from where you are to where you need to be. That is what that is what we that is what's most important. Now, um, when you find somebody that can help you with all aspects of your business, that is where you find the holistic support. That means support that is from end to end, covering every aspect of the mortgage business, from lead generation to closing. Okay. Seamless integration. All parts of the business are aligned and integrated, leading to a smoother operation and better outcomes. If you're just working with us, your communications with us, we have all the systems for you. Everything is smoother and integrated, and it's only coming from one source besides, five other sources when working with five different other agencies, right? And also a consistent strategy. It ensures a unified strategy and consistent quality across all services. That's what's great about this is when you work with one person to help you with your lead gen, your appointment setting, your loan flow, and your scalability and talent. And there's actually a reputable partner that can do that. That is where you'll find the most holistic, seamless, and consistent partner for your business, right? So just to get it started, I'll just kind of break it down into a couple things here, right? And it's a couple things I've already said, but lead flow, appointment flow, and loan flow and scalability is the one thing that's stopping a loan officer from getting where they're at and getting out of the rat race, we like to call it, to doing about 5, 10 jobs every single month and doing over 100K per year. Now, what this kind of breaks down to is insights. What does insights means? Insights are basically just what is. Okay, so like what is going to give us the advantage? What is XYZ, right? The tactic is actually how. So how do we do it? The insight could be for lead flow. We need to run Facebook ads. Okay, the tactic could be how do we run the Facebook ads? Okay, so actually starting it. The next thing is systems. What do we use? What do we use? So do we use go high level? Do we use the ads manager on Facebook? That is, I mean, obviously we're going to use those things, but that is what the system process will break down to, right? And this is very consistent between all of these here. Um, and this does not include just short-term tactics. Okay, if we spend this much this month, we'll get this stuff this month. We're thinking long term. We're thinking over the course of 4 to 6 months. Okay, so if we were to invest this much time into this, what could this do for the rest of our term period, right? Rest of the quarter, right? So just to kind of break each one down, lead flow. So obviously the insights on like what do we need to do is we need to find a good platform. Where is majority of your customers at? If you're a mortgage business, think about this. Your ideal client, who is it? Where are they at? What kind of program platform they're on? Where are they? If you can find them, you can meet them where they're at. Okay, so platform, we'll have to find a platform, whether it's be Facebook or TikTok. Now we use TikTok personally because um, I think there's another video on the YouTube that's already there about TikTok, so check that out. But TikTok has completely different targeting platforms or targeting options in terms of occupation, income targeting, things like that Facebook and a lot of the meta platforms do not have. Right. Next thing is obviously brand optimization, making sure that when people do click on your profiles, what do they find? Is it optimized correctly? Do you have any content on there that they can soak up before they actually book an appointment, before they actually opt in? Something to build that trust and everything with the client before and after they opt in. Okay. Creative targeting, obviously, these are just ad terms. We need to make sure you have good creatives that get our message across. We need to make sure our offer is something so importantly communicated well, so we make sure that these people understand exactly what we're offering, why it's compelling, and why they need to join it. Work with us instead of anybody else, right? So creative targeting, making sure we're actually getting in front of the right qualified buyers. Performance tracking, this is so huge because just even if you run all this by itself, you will not know how to scale. You don't know where your problems lie. You don't know anything if you don't have metrics or KPIs that you need to hit. Okay. So this is something we already have in place. Obviously, optimization insights. So if we are hitting our KPIs, how can we optimize what we're doing? How can we make it more efficient? And at the end of the day, let's get a Google review. Let's get some reviews. Let's get some testimonies. Let's get some case studies from our clients and our successful journeys here. Now, in terms of talent, right? So now we just went over what we're going to do. Now the talent is who does it. Okay. So we have our own talent pools. We have our own media buyers. We have our own pools of people, of A+ team talent that could take care of this stuff for you. Now, for us, we have our media buyers internal. We will not be placing media buyers into your business because it's going to be a recurring money problem for you. Okay. And so what we like to do is keep it internal. It's completely free to you guys. But our media buyers take care of all of our clients' ad accounts. Okay. Next thing is obviously systems. So using lead notifications, the CRM, nurturing sequence to make sure that these leads are getting responded to within 5 minutes, because speed to lead is so important. You will lose 85% of your leads if you do not get to them under 5 minutes. Once you get to them, that is where we're at. Now, the next thing here, and obviously I forgot to mention this, but our goal is to have you to at least 1,000 people see your offer every single day. Okay. So that is how we really guarantee that we're able to bring in enough leads to bring in enough appointments to where we're closing 10 to 15 jobs or deals are closed, loans funded every single month. Right. Next thing is appointment flow. Right. So the insights here is we need to capture the lead. We need to put the lead through a qualifying process to actually make sure they have the income, they have the credit, they know exactly what they're looking for. We have the timeline. Right. Next thing is also workflow sequence, making sure like what is the customer journey and are they getting assets and sales assets before and after, them booking and before they're booking and after they're booking, right? And if people don't book, let's call them, let's follow up with them, let's harass them. Obviously, not crazily, but follow up. 100% of your deals, almost 80% of your deals will come from follow up. Okay. Now, next thing is obviously when we do bring these people in, like, hey, is there anybody else that you love or you hate that would actually like to, join up in this program or like get, an application done, see what they can pre-approve for. A referral system, getting referrals out of the leads that you're generating in, right? And then if you have any old lead lists, anything like that, like we can data reactivate them. We can launch these data reactivation campaigns to make sure that we get in front of these people and not just let them go to dust and we harass them. But what's interesting is we can not only do we harass them, and I say harass lightly, please, we're not going crazy with them, spamming them, stuff like that, where it's repulsive. We want to make it more welcoming. But in terms of actually reaching out to them, we have text, emails, campaigns, things like that. But we also have AI. So we actually have human sounding AI license that allows us. Now you have to buy the license, but when you have the license, you're able to use the AI and sell it and white label it to help the human sounding AI call, nurture, follow up with customer service, whatever it may be, live transfers. It can book calls. It can do everything. And so this is what we really use to pretty much do this whole appointment setting process for our clients. Now, what's interesting is that this is very, very much cheaper and much more efficient than hiring setters, managing them, paying them a big salary, paying them extra commissions or bonuses, having to deal with 6 days, having to deal with unmotivated sellers. The AI agent is so consistent and will always outperform a human being in the long term. Okay. Obviously, the systems are going to be go high level CRM that has a super dialed snapshot with all of these systems within it, and then also a dialing system, which is going to be the AI agent, and a speed to lead accountability and leads and dialing trackers, which are already in the CRM, and the speed to lead accountability is already there. Making sure that we're making sure that AI actually reach out to them on an X amount of days at X amount of times for X amount of get the point, right? Next thing here is loan flow. This is something that's really important because if we can do all this, but if you cannot close a deal, we're just spinning gears, right? So loan flow, obviously we have pre-call assets, right? Something that you have to film, something that you have to get out. So they have something to watch, something to consume before and after your appointment, because the more these people consume, the more they're educated, the more they're willing to buy, right? Most loan officers, when they talk to their customers or their consumers have no idea who they are until the day of the actual appointment. What's really important is we get these pre-call assets and everything like that up front, give it to them, give them content to consume, and we already have these structures and SOPs to kind of walk you through that. Okay. Now, obviously, having confirmations and reminders for their appointment, like, hey, make sure you show up. Hey, make sure you're in a quiet environment. Hey, make sure if there's anybody else that should be on the call, they are on the call. And also sales calls and structures and assets, man. So what this means is like making sure that before and after they get these specific they get these specific assets, sales assets, so they're educated and they're hopping on the call, not as a zombie, because they already know, like, and trust you. They already know what you got going on. And this is what we've seen work to double our production of many, many, many mortgage clients. And this is also, aside from us, I mean, this is what the top loan officers are doing in the mortgage industry nowadays, right? Talent, it's closers. We do have closers, but it is optional because obviously we cannot be closing these deals for you, but we can help you train and teach you how to actually close these deals with proven um, call scripts and proven scripts that we have available to you guys that have been used by many other sales training programs in terms of mortgage. Okay. So obviously we have the talent to teach you guys how to actually close the deal, but it is optional because we want to stay away from never closing the actual deal. Now, in terms of hiring, because that's something else, finding loan officers, good quality loan officers that can join your team. Now, that's something that's an idea we can definitely entertain to get your brokerage, get you scaling, get you actually good people, good talent, A+ team support into your business without you actually having to hire anybody or go out into um, your circle of influence. Okay. Obviously, that's going to require a talent acquisition system. So that could be, spending an ad on Facebook that's, asking, with a good creative that we're spending like, $15 a day on, getting loan officers in the door. Okay. Next thing is scalability. So even after all of this, I mean, how do we actually scale? How do we actually grow from here? Okay. So the next thing would actually be growth specialist placement. For $3 an hour, we hire VAs to send DMs to realtors, cold call realtors, and things like that. We already have. You can either go do this on your own. I have videos on it, or you can actually DM us and we can take care of that for you. Because we prefer to actually have people who have already been pre-trained, already what to say, and can pretty much integrate with your process seamlessly compared to getting a brand new person you have to train them XYZ. Right. Obviously, that's one thing. The next thing after this is obviously looking at the data, scaling what we have. These need to be get rid of. I don't know why they're here, but that's a mishap on my fault. But obviously, when in terms of scaling, we're going to look at the data, see where we can increase, see where we can make things more efficient, and scale from there. We only scale with data. You do not scale just on ideas or XYZ. We need to scale on data. Okay, so after going through all the data from all of these systems, we see exactly where the bottleneck is and where can we grow. And also, okay, if this is working, let's do more of it. Okay, if we're spending $1,000 a month on ads, let's spend $2,000 a month on ads. Let's spend 3,000. Okay, if we're putting organic content and we're getting views and we're getting people are just messaging us, let's put some more content out there. Okay, and so that's kind of what we're looking at here. And then obviously that's that, man. So in terms of scalability and loan flow and appointment flow and lead flow, this is how we pretty much break it down and take care of these things. to get our mortgage professional clients the best results possible by using the most efficient, most proven, most effective way to get in front of your audience and your ideal clients without you actually having to, cold call and do these other things. So that's kind of just a breakdown of what we do. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.